Well, Adam, ultimately a first half that you just couldn't recover from.
No, really poor first half. So disappointed with how we performed here today. Deservedly lost. Damage done in the first half. And the goals are really poor goals. I mean, the first one, you've got to give them a bit of credit. It's well worked set play, corner. They got a block on Josh McCammon and Roberts got free. The penalty is just ridiculously poor defending by us. A couple of times Whitehall did the same thing. Got tight and rolled both our centre halves. Obviously, the second one with Tommy, he's given away a penalty. And a place like this, you can't be 2-0 down within 20 minutes, was it? And the third one's the one that's just laughable, really. I mean, how they've played the ball right through the middle of the pitch and gone through and scored. I think it was like 49, 50 minutes. And you think getting at 2-0, make a couple of changes, then maybe the game could be different in the second half. I felt we should have had a penalty at 2-0 as well. How that's not being given, but it one of them afternoons for us. We just didn't perform well enough. Probably more frustratingly for me is that's here and Chorley in our way first half where we've just not been at it, not done the basics well, conceded soft goals at key times, and you've got all the work to do then in the second half. So real disappointing performance and obviously a result for us today.
There's penalties to concede in the last two games as well, with sort of clumsy challenges, really.
Yeah, just listen. I don't know whether it's because we're a little bit young. We're putting a lot of pressure on these players to try and win games consistently and to try and be up towards the top end of the league. And a lot of them won't have ever had that expectation and that pressure put on them before, and that might just lead to a little bit of players being a little bit erratic and a bit clumsy and a bit not playing with as much composure in key moments that they need to. It's a really soft penalty that we've given away. You could see it coming, as was the one against Needham Market on Boxing Day. And I think, like, if you kind of compare us to obviously Scunthorpe, who've gone top today, I think they're a very experienced team. They've got a lot of experienced players, a lot of know-how in that group. They looked a lot more comfortable in a big game than we did in the first half, and a lot more composure, a lot more control, and got on top of us. And they smelt blood and they went for it, and every credit to them. But look, it's important that we're not too down about today's result, because last time we came here we were in a relegation fight, and we've come here today knowing that if we'd have won we'd have gone top of the league, which is obviously we're only halfway through the season, so it's nothing's achieved or lost at this stage, but we've come a hell of a long way in such a short space of time. And we've got to probably remember who we're up against. You only have to look 4,000 people here today, probably double the budget that we've got, and a lot of experience, as I said earlier. So it's frustrating, but we can't be too down. We just got to learn and move on.
And when you have 4,000, majority of home fans, and they get an early goal, that makes the job even harder.
Yeah, I mean, like their 5 results coming into today at home, they haven't won any of them. I think they'd have 3 0-0 draws. They'd got beat 3-2 off Buxton, and they'd been beat 2-1 off Warrington Rylands. So they've been struggling to pick up wins here. And the message was we needed to come through first 15, 20 minutes and be solid, be organised, not give them anything away. And to find ourselves 2-0 down at that stage is incredibly frustrating, because obviously the crowd then can get behind them, they can control the game, which they did incredibly well. The game management from the keeper right through the pitch was good. You need a referee that's going to get the game going, which unsurprisingly we didn't. 1 or 2 things didn't quite go our way, but that's what you come to expect at places like this.
Just not a nice way to end the year on what's been an incredible turnaround, as you say, in that whole 12 months, just a couple of points from the last 3 games.
Yeah, frustrating end to the year. All I said to the players today was that I just wanted a big performance from them. And I genuinely always believe that if we perform, that we can get results in every game. We've just not got anywhere near the levels today. Individually, we had too many off it. I mean, we made 2 changes at half time. In reality, we could have made half a dozen. Thought the changes made us be better in the second half, but it's easy to play when you're 3-0 down. as you say, frustrating end to what's been a really good year for us. Like, we mustn't forget that. I know today hurts and it's disappointing to lose any game, but to come from a team that's staving off relegation to a team that's trying to go toe to toe with massive clubs at the level like Scunthorpe, like Kidderminster. I think we deserve a lot of credit for that. But we've today showed that we've got deficiencies and we've still got a lot of improving to go if we can go the pace with the likes of Scunthorpe. So it'll be a bit of a miserable New Year's Eve, and we'll be back in on Thursday, and we've just got to now go and try and win the next game.
Because having turned things around so much and being up there challenging, you want to stay there.
Of course, we want to stay there. It's better at this end than it is at the other end, let me tell you. But if you want to stay there, you've got to perform consistently well, and we haven't performed well enough today to get anything out of that game. So Scunthorpe deservedly won. Obviously, there's frustration because we've drawn some of the games prior to coming into today. Chester was a good point on the road coming from behind. The Needham Market one, it's frustrating because you're at home and you'd probably be expected to win it, but that's just this division. Every game is difficult, and you can have little runs where you perform maybe not too bad, but you don't quite get the results. Today we've not performed well at all, and we've got exactly what we deserve, which is nothing. But we're well capable of going and winning our next 3-4 games. So there's no panic. It's just disappointing when you lose.
We've asked you this question plenty of times. Cody Johnson.
Yeah.
Is there any firm update at all? Because it, I guess, officially comes to an end today.
Yeah, we've had the paperwork through today to extend it till the end of the season. It's all been verbally agreed, and we just need to check all the paperwork and everything's right, and then get that done. So hopefully we'll be able to make an announcement tomorrow or maybe the 2nd. But yeah, that's a big one for us to just get him, here and staying with us. And I think it's good for Cody that now he knows, kind of what his immediate future is. He can knuckle down, and I thought he was one of our better performers today. I thought certainly in that second half, and hopefully he can now kick on and have a good second half of the season with us.
Just want a reaction now, don't you?
I do want a reaction, yeah, because I don't want to watch that again. Yeah, I'm really disappointed today with how we've performed, because top of the table clash, we didn't perform like a team that's up near the top of the table today. We really didn't, and that's something that the players will be just as disappointed as I am with that. But generally when we've had bad results, we've bounced back, and we've obviously got a very difficult game now away at Warrington. But it's a winnable game if we go and perform, and that's all that we can look to do.